What's up, you guys? I thought I'd show you a couple of new unique exercises I started messing around with that basically are there for a purpose to get myself back into doing traditional progressive calisthenics or bodyweight exercises. I used to be really big into just getting into bodyweight training and progressive calisthenics. I recommend a couple of books below that I really loved, which were Convict Conditioning 1 and 2. Those books are awesome, and I went through those back, I want to say, almost over 10 years ago, and I loved those books. This exercise, I'll talk about this. This is really the newest exercise that I love, this bodyweight bridge row. I'll talk about that. This is something I love that I just started figuring out to do. But I wanted to get back into doing handstand push-ups, and I haven't done them for a while. I didn't want to just jump right into it, but I also wanted to show you guys some ways to kind of progress it, and this would be an exercise that you can progress into handstand push-ups. Again, if you get into bodyweight calisthenics, you want to do a handstand push-up, you'd be transitioning to something like this. Also, the pistol squats. Again, this is the first time I've done this in years, so I'm really rusty. I used to be able to bust out 10 on one leg without holding on to anything, no problem. But this was hard just to get 5 in each leg, so I'm just progressively getting back into it. So it worked out good with the Weider Ultimate Bodyworks. I just put the bungee cables attached, so it gives me a little bit of counterbalance, not a lot, just a little bit. If you need more, you can always hold on to the machine, maybe hold on the other end, but adjust it a different way to kind of make it work for you. But again, I'm just kind of utilizing the machine in a nice, unique way where it kind of gives me just enough counterbalance where I'm not relying on the machine too much. There's a lot of ways to kind of degress and progress this. In fact, I would say the Weider Ultimate Bodyworks works really good just putting on the single squat stand and lying sideways, which I've done before in other leg videos, to kind of progress into this. And I haven't done a whole lot of those exercises either. So I think this is a good machine to kind of actually progress into calisthenic exercise, but also use complementary along with this machine as well. So I think they work hand in hand. So again, I'm kind of getting more up in an angle. Notice I don't bring the sled up as high, so I'm starting to get a little bit more vertical. Range of motion isn't, great, but you're working, again, a little more specific strength than what we're kind of used to. And this is something to kind of reinforce. It's not necessarily, I would say, that like you kind of get weaker. It's just different. Where I remember the first time I did pistol squats, I could still, body weights are squat with heavy barbell weight a lot, but doing this was hard. Same thing with handstand push-ups. When I first did handstand push-ups, I couldn't do that many. In fact, in this video, you're seeing me very rusty again. But the point is, you got to keep up with it. So no matter how strong you are with barbells or dumbbells, if you're not used to doing these specific calisthenic bodyweight exercises often, you just kind of lose a little bit of that specific strength or motor control a little bit as well. So it's always important to kind of keep up with those things. And honestly, I've just been neglecting it, where I used to be really good about keeping up with these exercises. So this one specifically I love. This is what made me think about it all over again. I just thought about trying this, and you can see it works perfectly as far as how it feels, just like a normal kind of bench row. Granted, it's not like a wide grip, but keeping the hips really high so your glutes are engaged, lower back's engaged, and just pulling yourself up. And you can see that machine handled it pretty well. And then here you're seeing me getting into this handstand push-up, very rusty. Again, this used to be something I could bust out 10 to 15, no problem. And I was struggling just with around 5 there. Same thing with like single arm pull-ups or pull-ups. I wanted to kind of put a little more stress on just my own body weight, pulling myself up. Doesn't look pretty to look at, but definitely when I was doing it, it was very hard. Put a lot of high intensity on my lats for sure. I eventually start mixing this up a little bit with grips and things like that, but I just thought, again, I'm just trying something as specific as I can so that when I do start incorporating more pull-ups, which I'll do a whole separate video about that, I'm going to get back into that as well. But I just want to start just transitioning and just show you guys some ideas where you can use this Weider Ultimate Bodyworks or a Total Gym as a nice transition or a nice complementary aspect to your training if you want to start incorporating more progressive bodyweight calisthenics. And then the remainder of this workout, which I'll timestamp down below as well if you guys want to see that, was pretty much just another, I would say, total body, but definitely more upper body emphasis exercise I've done before on this channel. So I just go back into these presses, I'll go some pulls, I do some glute kickbacks for my legs. And again, I don't do a whole lot of leg stuff because the legs get worked a lot just doing the Concept 2 rower stuff that I do on the side, my quote unquote like off days or off resistance days. And then I will do some cable crossovers or basically cable twists with the Weider Ultimate Bodyworks or a Total Gym. And that was pretty much the crux of this workout. This workout lasted around 45 minutes. I think it was a nice kind of solid workout, but definitely something to kind of mix it up a little bit, utilizing some bodyweight stuff that I definitely know I'm kind of weak in. And I'm going to start incorporating more of that stuff in these workouts. I was debating about even cutting this short. I know it's always a mix. Some people like these things short and to the point with certain exercises, and some people I know want me to post the full workout. So I'll just kind of stop here as far as the general talking in the video. But always, again, if you guys have comments, if you want to see more talking in this video, you guys want to see more emphasis on the technique stuff with specific exercises, let me know. Like I said, I know a lot of people just want to watch the workouts and like just a little catalog of workouts that they can follow along with. So this is just, again, stuff I've been doing. There's some other stuff I do outside of this, and some of these videos that get a little bit longer that I call freestyle exercise with the Total Gym, but this is kind of the core elements of the workout that I thought I'd showcase to you guys. So any questions, comments, anything you guys want to see in the future, it's always helpful, and it's always helpful as well if you guys like the video and or subscribe if you haven't already. So thank you again for watching.